Okay, this morning let's talk about what to do if the media wants to talk to you. This might be a multi-part series, but we'll make the first video on a few things that I think is useful for anybody to know, because if you're not media trained, you're going to get taken to town. The first thing to do and keep in mind would be to, anytime the media wants to talk to you and they reach out to you, see if you can answer their questions textually. Like you can either respond via email or mail or any sort of textual communication where there is a record on both ends of what is being said, and that allows you to see the questions and think about them and articulate how you want to respond to them. And so you're not just answering off the cuff. And so that you know, just by responding to them, that like by visibly seeing them, that the media may use these answers. Because when the media is just holding a microphone to you, or you have something attached to you like a lavalier mic, sometimes it's easy to forget that whatever you're saying will be transcribed and maybe played out to the public. So first, if the media reaches out to talk to you, see if you can talk to them on a textual base. If not, if they want to call you, or if they want to do an interview, and this doesn't have to be like bad, it can be totally benign, but these are just like healthy things to keep in mind. Media training, just as like interacting with the police or or interacting with lawyers in the court system, it's good to know some basic things. So they can interact via text, and they want to call you, and you're fine with being like having a phone call or a Skype interview. Great. Record it yourself. Because assume they are, and if they have a recording of it, you want to have a recording of it yourself that they can't edit. So worst comes to worst, if whatever you say gets edited up in a way that you don't like, you have an original version yourself that you can publish on Twitter, Vimeo, YouTube, whatever you want, SoundCloud, and say like, hey, wait a minute, I was taken out of context, I was cut here, I was edited here, I feel like I was unfairly, shown. So always record it. Doesn't matter if that means, using your phone in a voice memo or a Zoom recorder or some sort of audio Chrome capture software. I think it's a Skype interview. But I would always record any interaction you have with the media. So you have an original version. The third thing I would do is when you're talking, if it's not textual based, the third thing to keep in mind is to speak in complete sentences. It helps the media and reporters because they'll be less likely to cut you out of context or in a context that you don't like, even if it's incidental, right? Because if a journalist asks you, so how did the program go today? So how did the program go today? And you say, I think it went well. We had some difficulties, da 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 da. Well, what you've said doesn't have any context. You're just responding to the question. And so that soundbite, I think it went well, but maybe we had some difficulties with this. The journalist is going to think like, well, how do I set the context for this soundbite? So what you want to do is always rephrase it as a sentence. You got to be a little bit like a politician. So like, how do you think the program did? I think the program did well. How are you feeling today? You don't answer well. I am feeling well today. What are your thoughts on the latest Trump revelation and Michael Cohen? My thoughts on the latest Trump revelation and Michael Cohen are X, Y, and Z. Don't answer, oh, they're pretty bad, or I feel like da 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 da. Like speaking complete sentences, so you're being precise. It will help you and help the media. So anytime they ask you a question, rephrase that question right back to them and speak in a complete sentence. This is partly why politicians do this. You'll notice a really good politician is always answering complete sentences because they're very media trained. They know how things to get taken out of context. So those would be my 3 rules for this morning when interacting with the media for just basic stuff. See if you can interact textually first, so you have a hard copy and you can like plan out your answers, and also by doing that, you will mentally realize like, oh, this may be used publicly. 2, if you're going to hop on the phone and talk on the phone or Skype, record that call so you have a version yourself, doing that will not be edited or manipulated in any way, that you can always have in your back pocket. And 3, speak in complete sentences. This will help honest reporters not take you out of context accidentally, and it'll prevent malicious reporters from trying to like warp quotes from you if you speak in complete sentences. And speaking in complete sentences forces you to be precise anyway. So there you go. There's 3 things for this morning. I just think it's good basic media training that a lot of people don't have and they don't teach anywhere. So anyway, that's just a thought. Hope you guys have a good morning.